Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Loyola Academy Virtual College Fair. We're excited that you're here. We have a great group of colleges, universities, and presenters lined up for you this evening. So excited to share some information that will hopefully help with your college search process. So just a few housekeeping announcements from me before we get started. First, your cameras and microphones are turned off, so don't worry, we can't see you or hear you. Hopefully you can see and hear us okay, though. If for some reason that changes, send us a message using that Q&A button and we will be happy to help troubleshoot that with you. Um, Speaking of the Q&A button, that's really your best way to engage with our colleges and presenters this evening. So as you have questions throughout the session, drop those in the Q&A feature. You can do that all throughout the session before the college is presenting, while they're presenting, or after. We'll be monitoring those the whole time and are happy to answer questions as they come in. Don't forget, this is just one of many sessions being offered, so be sure to check the StriveScan website, sign up for any additional sessions you might be interested in, and then that is also where you will find the session recording within about a week. So before I turn it over to our presenters, I want to show you what our schedule looks like for this evening. So we are session B3 at the top right. So we will hear first from Belmont University, then College of Charleston, Florida Southern College, High Point University, Clemson University, and Franklin and Marshall College. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to Belmont University to kick things off.
Awesome. Thank you. Let me get things pulled up for y'all. Thanks so much for joining our session this evening. My name is John Palmer-Ray, and I'm one of our assistant directors of admissions at Belmont, and I am the counselor that works with students from Loyola Academy. So I'll be sure to put my contact information in the chat a little bit later and look forward to answering any questions that you may have about Belmont, working with you throughout this process. So we are a medium-sized private co-ed Christian institution located right in the heart of beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. We have just over 8,200 students total, with about 6,600 of those being undergraduate students. So really small class sizes, being kind of a mid-sized institution. On average, about 19 students. You'll see our student faculty ratio is 14:1. Our students come from all over the country. About 70% of our student body is from out of state. Illinois actually is the largest state that we pull students from. We're just about 8 hours or so away from y'all driving time, and then just a quick less than 1 hour flight from O'Hare or Midway Airport. So hopefully y'all will come and see us. We'll talk about that in a second. Like I mentioned, we're located in Nashville, Tennessee. We're located right in the heart of the city, just about 2 miles south from where this picture was taken in downtown Nashville. The neighborhoods surrounding us are eclectic and certainly very young, student and college professional driven. Hillsborough Village is just to our west, going towards Vanderbilt's campus. 12 South is just southeast of our campus, with lots of your kind of top restaurants and shopping, really cool hangout spots over there. And then just north of our campus is Music Row. Music Row connects our campus to downtown Nashville, and that's really the home of all things revolving around the music industry. So if you're wondering where are the record labels, performing rights organizations, many of the studios here in town, they're right there on Music Row, which is literally next door to our campus. This is a picture from Ocean Way Studios, which is the largest studio in Nashville, owned and operated by Belmont University. Our students have access to it, but we also use it commercially. We've had everyone from Dixie Chicks to Beyonce record there. We also just had Fortnite actually scored there as well. So again, that's right next to our campus. We love being in Music City. There is a lot more than just music in Nashville, as well as on our campus at Belmont. Academically, we have just over 100 different majors that y'all can choose from in a wide variety of different areas, which you can see listed here on the screen. Of course, we don't have time to go through all of these programs, but did want to list out our top 10 majors as far as size goes for y'all. You will see that some of these are driven by the entertainment industry, things like music business, which is our #1 program on campus. It is a business degree, which sets it apart versus some other institutions. Also really strong performance-based programs within commercial music, and some great options on audio engineering technology and songwriting. Like I mentioned, we are a lot more than just music. We have a lot of students pursuing biology or chemistry, maybe thinking about med school or some type of professional school long-term. A lot of students within our Jackson-Massey College of Business as well. Because business is booming here in Asheville, we have tons of internship opportunities. And regardless of which field y'all go into, we want to make sure that we are getting you connected with those real world opportunities off campus. We also have some new programs we just launched this fall, including our architecture major, which I'm really, really excited about. So great stuff happening on the academic side of things. Student life wise, we have a really vibrant student body. Our students come from, again, every state in the nation, but most students move onto campus not knowing anyone. So it's really important to us that we are fostering that community on campus. We are a very residential institution. You're required to live on campus for your first 2 years, and then you can move off campus if you'd like to do so, but most students will stay on campus for all 4 years. We have many organizations that y'all can choose from, just over 160 in total, everything from traditional Greek life, so fraternities and sororities, intramural and club sports. There's a lot for you to get involved in on campus. We're also proud to be NCAA Division I athletics here at Belmont. We participate in the Ohio Valley Conference. In my opinion, we were snubbed from the men's tournament, but our women's team actually just won their first game yesterday. So our first NCAA tournament win for our women's basketball team, which we are super, super excited about. All athletic events are totally free for our students. So you just scan your Belmont ID card and you're able to attend any of those D1 athletic games. We'll also have some special events on campus from time to time. We'll have concerts, usually lots of tapings on campus. Most notably, we hosted the final presidential debate actually this past year. So always something cool happening on campus. We are test optional for this upcoming year. We accept the common application and we have our own Belmont application as well. You'll see test scores listed on the screen should you choose to submit test scores over to us. Average GPA for us is about a 3.8 for this past year. That is on a traditional 4.0 scale. We'll also need that counselor recommendation coming from your college counseling office. We do have scholarships available for students. Whenever you apply for admission, you are automatically considered for any and all merit-based scholarships. So for everything that's listed here on the screen, a big date to keep in mind is December 1st. December 1 is when we need to know, are you coming to Belmont or will you be going elsewhere? And just indicating that by submitting your application to us. Ultimate deadline being May 1st. One last thing that I want to mention, of course, engage with us online, connect with us over social media, but also wanted to let y'all know that we are open for visits. So if you want to come and see us, please feel free to do so. We're also doing virtual visits as well, but we have visits available in person most Monday through Saturdays. You can schedule all of that just at belmont.edu/visit. I'll include a link to that in the chat along with my contact info. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, but I'll turn it back over to Tyler for the next school.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, next up, we are going to College of Charleston.
Hi, everyone. My name is Aisha Steele, and I am the admissions counselor here at the College of Charleston. To start things off with a few facts, CFC is actually located in the heart of downtown Charleston, South Carolina. We were founded in 1770, so that actually makes us the 13th oldest institution of higher education here in the United States. Fun fact, this past year, we actually celebrated our 250th anniversary, so lots of fun things happening on campus to really commemorate the institution and its history and its culture. We are a medium-sized institution, so we have about 11,000 students, 90% of those students, so about 10,000 of them being undergraduate students. So we really pride ourselves on being able to offer a personalized, intimate classroom experience with all of the opportunities you would look for at a larger research institution. So study abroad opportunities, student support services, and lots of research and internship opportunities. Our student to faculty ratio is about 16:1, and our average class size is about 24 students. We offer over 140 majors and minors for academic pursuit. Our top 3 majors being biology, psychology, and business administration. We have a really strong science program here at CFC that allows students to do research as early as their freshman year. We're also located just 5 blocks away from the largest teaching hospital in South Carolina. We offer a BA and a BS, so a Bachelor's of Arts and a Bachelor's of Science in psychology for students maybe wanting to go the behavioral route, or if they want to go the clinical research route. And being that we're in Charleston, and Charleston is the #1 tourist destination in South Carolina, we offer lots of opportunities for students to co-op and do internships built into our business program. 2 unique majors at the College of Charleston. We are on the coast and have a coastal location, so we do have marine biology in our own marine biology facility, and historic preservation and community planning because the city is so rich with history and culture. We have over 200 clubs and organizations, from Greek life, social, political minded clubs, and athletics for students to really broaden their horizons and make the community their own. We have 19 D1 or Division I varsity sports teams as well. But there's literally so much to do in the city of Charleston to enrich your days. I say our students aren't bored for things to do, whether it's the Battery, going walking at the harbor, shopping downtown at the marketplace. We have 3 beaches located within 25 minutes of campus, and not to mention Charleston is home to some of the best food around the world. We also have a year-round calendar of events on campus that include concerts, festivals. A major festival that comes to Charleston is actually the Spoleto Art Festival, where our arts and humanities students are heavily involved with this. But in general, our campus is really integrated into the city of Charleston and its opportunities. So for example, Charleston Food and Wine Week, our business students actually help do the worldwide branding for this event. And we know that Charleston is a place where people come to vacation and spend their weekends, but it's also very innovative and fast growing. So we highly encourage our students to utilize the area as a living and learning laboratory. So we place a high value on experiential learning. Our location allows our students the unique advantage to really be hands-on. And one great thing about a cosmopolitan city like Charleston is that the opportunities are endless. We've had over 250 business and tech startups in the last couple of years, 40 plus art galleries and performance theaters, and not to mention the world-class labs and facilities. So I say, if you've done the CFC experience right, at the very least, you will walk away with a very impressive resume. And so we really value making sure that we connect our students with these opportunities. Again, as I mentioned, we have over 140 majors and minors for our students to choose from, a wide variety of options for you really to customize your undergraduate experience and study what you're passionate about. But not only are we ensuring that our programs are really up to date, career-driven, and relevant, but we're constantly looking ahead at what windows of opportunities may be available 5 to 10 years down the road. So we're constantly adding to these options. For example, we now do offer systems engineering and have a brand new electrical engineering program as well. And we also do have a dual degree program in nursing with the University of South Carolina. You can apply to CFC one of 2 ways, on our application through our website or on the Common App, and we don't have a preference. When you submit your application, we ask that you also submit in your high school transcript that can be self-reported by you or sent in to us by your counselor. We have gone test optional for fall 2022 and fall 2023. So you have the option on whether you want to apply with or without your test scores. We just ask that students submit in any type of supplemental information to really enhance your application, because our review process is very holistic, but it can only be as holistic as you make your application. So we highly encourage taking the additional time to maybe complete the essay or submit in supplemental information. So here are our admissions deadlines. I also want to briefly say that all students are evaluated for merit-based scholarship upon applying. There is no separate application that you have to fill out. In addition, if you would like to be considered for any higher level academic scholarships, we encourage you to apply to the Honors College. And there will be a checkbox indicating gauging interest in the Honors College on the application. So here's our academic profile for fall 2020 admitted students. We don't have a preference for the SAT or the ACT, and we do super score both tests, and we do not have a numerical GPA requirement. We're just looking for strong A's and B's on your transcript, and that you challenge yourself with some rigor. We are open for in-person visits Monday through Friday, and we do have a fully running and amazing virtual visit center. So if you would like to learn more about the college, do departmental information sessions, or connect with admissions counselors, please visit our virtual visit center. And thank you for your time. If you have any additional questions, I will include my contact information in the chat. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Aisha. Okay, next up, we are going to Florida Southern College.
Alrighty, good evening, everyone. My name is Matthew. I'm one of the admissions counselors here at Florida Southern College, and I'm super excited to be talking with all of you tonight. So first, let's start with who we are, where we are. We are Florida Southern College. We're located in Lakeland, Florida. We're kind of in between Tampa Bay and Orlando, probably closer to 45 minutes from Tampa and about an hour from Orlando. We were founded in 1883, which makes us one of the oldest private colleges here in the state of Florida. In terms of our student population, we have about 3,000 total students. Of that student population, you'll see about 2,600 of them are undergraduates. About 60% of our students are coming from within the state of Florida, and about 40% of our students are coming out of state. Of that out of state population, you'll see nearly all 50 states represented, as well as 50 foreign countries. So it's a very good mix of students coming from different parts of Florida, as well as different parts of the US and abroad. In terms of our offerings here at Florida Southern, we have about 70 different programs of study that you can choose from, as well as 16 pre-professional tracks across our 5 different schools. Our most popular majors include programs like biology, marine biology, business, nursing, and theater. We are a liberal arts college at our core, so that means that you're going to get a well-rounded education regardless of what you choose to specifically major in. And what's really great about having this combination of majors and pre-professional tracks is that you're able to study what you're passionate about while still being able to prepare yourself for whatever graduate opportunities are on your radar. You can be a biology major on the pre-law track. You can be an English major on the pre-med track, for example. Regardless of what you choose as your major, we emphasize engaged and experiential learning here at Florida Southern. Essentially, what that means is that we believe in the power of learning by doing rather than just sitting in the classroom getting lecture material. Of course, that's going to be an important component of your undergraduate experience, but we want you to take that information and put it into practice, put it into the field, make sure that you love the major that you are currently affiliated with and that you're starting to figure out what you might want to do with it after your time at Florida Southern. Part of how we're able to achieve this is our small class sizes. Our average class size is 18 with a student to faculty ratio of 14:1. All of our classes are taught by professors. That's a college-wide guarantee. So a TA or a graduate student is never going to be leading your course, which means you know you're getting your information from a professional in their field. Here at Florida Southern, we do have 3 guarantees that you'll have the opportunity to study abroad, that you'll complete an internship, and that you'll graduate in 4 years or less. So we're going to kind of go through all of those pieces individually. The first guarantee is that you will have the opportunity to study abroad. We do have traditional abroad opportunities like a semester or a full year. We have summer programs under that May-mester term that you may have heard of before, but our specialty is our junior journey program. These programs are 7 to 10 day experiences. There's an academic component associated with them. You'd go with fellow classmates, you'd go with a professor. What's really great about the junior journey program is that they take place during school breaks. So we know that regardless of how you fill your schedule, you're going to have the flexibility to participate in a junior journey. You can use this opportunity to dive deeper in your academics. Say you're a biology major, you want to do the trip that goes to the Bahamas and they're shark tagging there. That could be awesome. Or maybe you're a student that wants to go on a more general experience or you know what country you want to go to. That's completely fine as well. What's also great about our junior journey programs is that they're of little or no additional cost to our students. The second guarantee is completing an internship. We understand how important it is to have that experience during your undergraduate career because that's what employers are looking for. We found that 95% of employers are looking for new hires to have experience when they're entering the workforce. So for us, it's really important to make sure that you have access to these opportunities. Part of what allows our students to have success in terms of finding internships is our understanding that internships will look different for different students. So maybe for you, it's going to be in a lab or working with a minor league baseball team or working in a rhinoceros sanctuary. We've connected with our students with all kinds of different opportunities, both locally in Lakeland, specifically in the greater Orlando or Tampa area, or connected students with internships back home at their home for the summer, things like that. The last guarantee is that you're going to graduate in 4 years or less. And we're able to do this kind of through two main methods. The first is that we're transfer credit friendly, meaning that we want to reward you for the rigorous courses you're taking in high school, those IB courses, dual enrollment, all things like that. We have a process where if we have like your official score reports or your official transcript from the school you're doing dual enrollment with, we're able to evaluate all those credits and prepare for you a Florida Southern unofficial transcript to show you what credits would be transferring and how many credits you've entered Florida Southern with. So that's one component. The second component is the connection that you're going to have with your academic advisor. You'll meet with them several times over the course of the semester, which really gives them the opportunity to get to know you, understand what your game plan is, what you're hoping to accomplish during your time here at Florida Southern. And by understanding that, they're able to build you a roadmap, a game plan, so that you know what courses you have to take and when, so that you'll graduate on time, accomplishing everything you set out to do. In terms of our post-graduation success, you'll see that 97% of our graduates report being in a post-grad opportunity. The general breakdown of that is about 2/3 of our students will be entering the general workforce, with about 1/3 of our students going on to graduate programs. In terms of residential life, I do want to highlight that we do require our students to live on campus for all 4 years. The only exception to that is if you're commuting with a legal guardian within 30 miles of our campus. In terms of the actual application here to Florida Southern College, it is completely free to apply. You can apply through our website, the common application or the coalition application. So entirely free. We are a test optional school, so you can choose whether or not you're submitting your test scores when you're applying to Florida Southern College. We just require your personal statement and your high school transcript. Everything else is kind of up to you. So it's up. That's all fair game. We are on a rolling admissions cycle, which means when you submit your application materials, when that's completed, you'll receive an admissions decision from us within 3 to 6 weeks. And when you apply to Florida Southern College, you will automatically be considered for a batch of academic scholarships. No need to submit an additional application, but we do have other scholarships that you can apply for that may require an additional application or a portfolio, say if you're applying for something in the realm of the fine arts and trying to get scholarship consideration for that. And that is all I have for you this evening.
Awesome. Thank you, Matthew. Okay, next up, we are going to High Point University.
All right, y'all. Okay. Good evening, Ramblers. My name is Sammy Smith, and I'm your High Point University admissions counselor. High Point is a liberal arts college located in central North Carolina. We are a medium to smaller size university. We have about 5,600 students. 4,600 of those students are undergraduate, and we have students coming from all over the world. 80% of our students are coming from out of state as well. So I'm going to be your counselor going through this whole process, and I look forward to going through this with you. At High Point, every student receives an extraordinary education in an inspiring environment with caring people. This is our mission statement here at High Point, and the way we live out our mission statement is through our 4-pillar of academic success model. This is what we believe to be High Point's differential advantage. So what we've found is that we are the only university combining all 4 of these items to create you that transformational educational experience. The first pillar here at High Point is that academic excellence. So here at High Point, our average class size is about 17 students. We have a 15-to-1 student-faculty ratio, and our professors are teaching 100% of their classes. Here at High Point, that mentorship relationship between you and your professor is what we believe matters. At High Point, we also provide you a 4-year graduation guarantee. Along with that, we are offering our students a tuition-free 5th-year master's program. And the program itself is in business and communication leadership. So here at High Point, you can graduate in 5 years with that master. At High Point, you also are going to be paired with someone called a success coach. We believe here at High Point that the transition to college is the most important, and we want to make sure that that is as seamless as possible for you. So this person is that full-time professional helping you both academically, but also helping you get involved on college campus. We also have a program for those students that maybe you come into college and you're not sure what you want to study. That's perfectly okay. We have a program called Project Discovery that's here to help you through that process and pave the way to your future career. Here at High Point, we have over 60 majors and minors for our students to choose from. Located or shown on this slide are the top 10 most popular freshman majors. At the top of that list is undeclared. So again, it's okay to come to college and not know what you want to study. But you will find some of our other most popular majors include business, our undergraduate sciences. We have a fantastic exercise science program because we have a graduate level athletic training program. We have criminal justice, interior design, and pre-pharmacy track as well. The second pillar at High Point is that experiential learning in every major. So what that means is 25% of the time in every class you're going to take here at High Point, you're going to get that hands-on learning, whether that's in a studio. As pictured here, you'll see is our broadcast studio on campus, where you learn both in front of the camera and behind the scenes in our control room. We also provide our students in access to this network of leaders across their industries. Some of these innovators include Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple, Mark Randolph, the founder of Netflix. Pictured here is Byron Pitts, the co-anchor of NBC's Nightline. You work with these industry leaders to groom and to network and to shadow with them to learn what it's like to really be in that industry. We also provide every student the opportunity to participate in undergraduate research. You also have a guarantee to get an internship throughout the 4 years you're here at High Point. Our third pillar, and probably our most popular, is that 4-year development of life skills. And life skills are those skills outside the classroom. Those are grooming you to be prepared for the world as it is. Pictured here is our 1924 Prime. It's our 5-star steakhouse restaurant located right here on campus that you as a High Point student get to eat at once a week, included in your meal plan. Not only do you have the perk of eating at a 5-star steakhouse restaurant each week, but you have the opportunity to gain those fine dining etiquette skills that are going to help you in your future job interview over a meal one day, or maybe to impress your future in-laws. In addition, and the final and fourth pillar here at High Point is we want to make sure that our students are good people. So we're instilling our students this building of character development and a growth mindset. Our students on average are completing over 110,000 community service hours each year. One of my favorite traditions is what you see pictured here is our freshman book program. So every freshman coming into High Point, we ask you bring your favorite childhood book, and then we donate that to a local student in the area. So that is the academic side. We're prepared to set you apart amongst your peers, but you're coming to college to also have that enjoyable experience as well. So here we are also an NCAA Division I athletic school. We have over 200 student organizations for you to choose from, ranging from academic to service to special interest. We have a thriving Greek life, a variety of religious groups on campus, as well as club and intramural sports on campus as well. So you're not only going to have that outstanding academic experience, but you also have that thriving social atmosphere. Here at High Point, you can apply with us through the Common App, and our application will go live August 1st. We have 3 application plans to choose from, and that's my role for you, is to help you figure out what is the best application plan for me. So what's next? We are also open for visitors, and we would love to have you come visit us here in person. So whether it's in person through a guided tour with one of our student ambassadors, so you get to hear from them in person, or through virtually, reach out to me and we'll schedule your visit today. And I'm here and I can't wait to go through this whole process with you and get to know you and show you High Point and your future here. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Okay, next up, we are going to Clemson University.
All right, good evening, everyone. Give me just a second here to get my presentation going, and we will get started. All right, so my name is Brennan Ledford. I'm an admissions counselor for Clemson University. Clemson is going to be that top public university with 80 different majors and 120 different minors that you get to choose from. We are located in Clemson, South Carolina, and our campus really is going to truly embody that sense of that small college town. So we have a 1,400-acre campus that is going to border Lake Hartwell. We're also in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's only going to take 15 minutes to get from one side of campus to the other, and is a very easily walkable campus. Being on our campus is going to offer you that true sense of belonging very quickly. We offer a different kind of feel than anywhere else. As far as academics go, as important as the experience of college is, we definitely find it important to embrace the heart of any institution, which is going to be learning. Our campus community is filled with some of the smartest and most accomplished students in the country who are looking to broaden their horizons and build on all the hard work that they have put in over the years. While our town might be small and our campus might be more cozy than others, our resources are definitely big time and continue to lead students directly to Clemson. Not only do we have renowned faculty, but we also have strong academic programs as well. Our average class size at Clemson is going to be around 30 to 32 students. Only a small number of courses at Clemson are going to be that large lecture hall style, with a lot of our first year math and English classes being capped at 30 students. We're going to offer abundance of resources based on what you might be looking for. We also have a faculty to faculty ratio of 16:1, and the Clemson students are really going to find that their professors are accessible and committed to each of their students' individual success. Professors are going to hold office hours each week to make sure that they are available for their students. Career services, our Center for Career and Professional Development at Clemson is going to offer many different unique services such as career workshops, on-campus interviewing, experiential education opportunities, and others. We want our students to understand the value of that Clemson degree. Our students are able to walk into an interview for their dream job, confident that they really are going to have the skills and experience they need to earn that position. This is going to be assurance that is really a reality for our students. By coming to Clemson, students are receiving guidance from the nation's best career service professionals. You're going to conduct research with measurable results. You're also going to work in your field and really gain those experiences you need to be successful. Student life, getting involved on Clemson's campus is not going to be hard at all. We're going to have over 550 different student clubs and organizations that are going to span from Greek life, multicultural, service, academic, and more. We have 19 Division I athletic teams. We also have 33 club sports teams. And then intramural sports are going to offer that fun and competitive opportunity for students to stay active and get involved. And then we also have kind of what I mentioned earlier, that those beautiful outdoor surroundings to get you outside and staying active. The Clemson family is definitely one of the things that I love most about Clemson. And they also have the ability to be able to find the balance between progression and tradition. So we are making sure that our students are being able to get the best education possible while also sticking to the traditions that make Clemson the great place that it is. So the Clemson family isn't just a phrase. It's something that genuinely does hold true on our campus. We want Clemson's campus to become our students' home away from home. That Clemson family is going to be a network of students, faculty, staff, and alumni that are really going to make Clemson all that it is. So we try to offer something for every student with every passion, every interest, every discipline. So that way you can make sure you have an outlet to achieve that. Now, as far as our freshman profile goes, it does typically look different every year. It's going to be based on applicant pool. Last year, we received around 28,000 applications. We admitted around 18,000 to shoot for that freshman enrollment, around 4,200. The middle 50% for our SAT is a 1260 to a 1410. For the ACT, it is a 28 to a 32. Now, again, it goes each year based off of applicant pool. We do not have minimum requirements. This year looks a little different, seeing as we have received about 46,000 applications. So it's going to differ. Our admissions dates and deadlines typically do look the same every year, but I will mention that we are thinking about doing early action. There's been no decision made on that yet, so keep an eye out to see if we do make any changes to this timeline, but we usually operate off of a priority notification deadline, where you have your application submitted by December 1st, all supplemental materials in by December 31st. That is going to guarantee that you'll hear back from us by mid-February, but it's also going to put you into consideration for our merit-based scholarships. We do have a holistic review process. We're going to look at a little bit of everything, but we definitely believe one of the clearest indicators of your fit at Clemson is going to be your academic performance in high school. We're going to look at your weighted GPA, a class standing if your school ranks. If not, that's totally okay. We're also going to look at the rigor of your classes. We are always going to look at you in the specific context of your high school. So if your high school does things differently, that's okay. We're going to be able to understand that. We do include standardized test scores in our review process. As of right now, there has been no decision made for next year of whether we will be test optional or not. So keep an eye on our website to see if we do make any updates for that. We do super score both the SAT and the ACT. Choice of major and residency are also considered in the review process. And part of our holistic review is looking at everything else that you might have to offer and submit with your application. We want you to connect with us. There are a lot of different ways to virtually connect with us. We do have virtual daily tours, virtual office hours. As of right now, we have not opened back up for on-campus tours, but we will definitely do that in the future. So keep an eye on our website for any updates. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly. Thanks, y'all.
Awesome. Thank you, Brennan. Okay, and last but certainly not least, we have Franklin and Marshall College.
Thanks, Tyler. Good evening, everyone. Let me just get my screen shared. But in the meantime, my name is Shelby Jones, and I'm one of the assistant directors of admission at Franklin and Marshall College. So you would think I would know how to do this by now. Okay, here we go. So Franklin and Marshall, we are a small liberal arts college located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. For those of you who might not know where that is, we are about an hour and 15 minutes from Philadelphia, 40 minutes from our state capital of Harrisburg, 3 hours from New York, and about 2 hours from Washington, D.C. So we're really well situated to access all of the major Eastern cities. Our city itself, Lancaster, is a really great place to go to school and to live. It's a small city or maybe a large town, depending on what you think, but we are located within Lancaster, so we are easily walkable to downtown that has lots of cafes, restaurants, things to do. It's really a great mix of a small town and a college town as well, so lots of things to do. As for on campus, we have about 2,400 students coming from all over the globe. We currently represent 47 states and 45 countries, so we are really geographically diverse. But we aim to be diverse in every sense of the term. So we want our campus to be as unique and different as possible because we feel like that's the best way that you can share and learn from each other. So very community focused, as you'll see throughout the rest of my presentation, but definitely if you're looking for a smaller liberal arts college, F&M is going to be a great option for you. Let's jump into academics because that is definitely the most important part of the college process for us. So we really want to make sure that all of our students have an excellent classroom experience. Our average class size is about 16 students, and the maximum that you'll have in any class is 25. We want you to be able to have a lot of access to professors, and we don't have TAs on campus. So you're going to be working directly with faculty at all times. Our average, our student to faculty ratio is 9:1. So again, you'll have a lot of exposure to professors in and out of the classroom, which is really great for you. If you're looking to kind of diversify your education through research or maybe independent studies, you'll have lots of opportunities to do that on campus. About 60% of our student body does some sort of one-on-one experience with a faculty member, and that includes research. And of the students that do research, about 40% of them are published by the time that they graduate from F&M. So it's a really great resume builder, and of course, a lot of great opportunities to expand your learning. We really encourage our students to take ownership of their education while they're on campus. One of the great things about F&M is that two students may have the exact same major and minor, but they will never take exactly the same courses because of our core curriculum and because of the different options that they have within the majors. We have over 60 areas of study for you to choose from and lots of flexible options for you to structure your learning so that you can get the most out of your time on campus. Some of our most popular majors are business, psychology, economics, biology, and government. But again, we have a lot more for you to choose from and lots of ways to make sure that you're getting everything you need. One of the nice things about F&M is that students won't declare their major until the end of their sophomore year. So that gives you 4 semesters to really get a feel for what you're interested in before you would make that important decision and launch yourself into the more specialized aspect of your collegiate experience. One of my favorite traditions about F&M is the major declaration dinner, which is where we bring together the entire sophomore class. as well as alumni and professors, and you celebrate launching yourself into your major. So it's a really great collective experience for students celebrating that really monumental moment. All right, moving on to student life. Here's a view of our campus. One of the things I think is really integral to who we are as a college is our college house system. And that is kind of synonymous for dormitory on campus, but it really means a lot more than that. So students will be a member of their college house for all 4 years that they're on campus, and they will definitely live there their first year. We are a residential college, which means you have to live in an F&M approved housing for all 4 years, and you will definitely live in your college house your first year. All of the college houses kind of have their own quirks, but they have the same basic structural elements, which include a lot of gathering areas, a student-run government system where you can get a leadership opportunity from the moment you step foot on campus, as well as college house dons and deans, who are full-time faculty members who are there to just make sure that you have everything that you need, and you can have every question answered that you may have. Beyond the college houses, we have a lot of other ways for students to get involved. We have over 100 student-run organizations on campus, including Greek life, political activism groups, social activism groups, intramural sports, kind of you name it, we got it. Students can do volunteer opportunities through our WARE Institute. And like I said at the beginning, we have a really great relationships with our local Lancaster community. We have partnerships with over 80 local businesses and organizations. So if you want to intern, if you want to volunteer, you will be able to do that on campus. We have 27 athletic departments, all of which are D3, with the exception of men's wrestling, which is D1, and squash, which does not participate in a division level. But if you play a sport and maybe want to continue that without the time commitment of playing a varsity sport, intramural sports are some of our most popular clubs on campus. We really want our students to be well-rounded, just as I assume that you are in high school where you have a lot of different interests. We want you to continue those on campus. So we kind of get rid of all the barriers to entry for anything that you may want to participate in. Partnerships with over 220 programs all across the world. So study abroad is a great opportunity on campus, and our Office of Student and Postgraduate Development is going to be a great place for you for anything career-wise. I think that's all the time that I have. So thank you so much for listening to me talk about Franklin and Marshall. And if you have any questions, I will drop my information in the chat.
Awesome. Thanks, Shelby. Okay, well, that is the end of our formal presentations, but we have a little bit of time here at the end for Q&A. So students, if you have questions, now would be a great time to drop those in Q&A. We'll be monitoring those over the next few minutes. Presenters, if you want to go ahead and turn your cameras back on, unmute yourself. We are going to go through at least one question and see how much time we have. So the first question is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we will go in the same order that you presented in the first time.
Awesome. So one of my biggest pieces of advice is don't feel locked into a specific program or major. I know sometimes that is really helpful to inform your college search process, but don't feel like you are locked into that right now. You can change your mind. And also you can change the minds of your parents as well. If maybe you're thinking of something specifically because of your parents, it is your college search process. So certainly take ownership of that. So that's my piece of advice.
That was some great advice, John. I think my tidbit would be, think about everything you're looking for from an institution. So how you study as a student, what type of resources do you need to succeed, and what you're looking for after your undergraduate time as well. And I really encourage you to look for a college that checks off those boxes and really align with your unique interests and what you look for, not only during your undergraduate time, but afterwards as well.
I would say that although where you go to college and like this entire college search process is primarily an academic endeavor, and that academic fit and making sure you're able to study something you enjoy is important, all the little pieces of the equation matter. So it's okay to want to factor in whether or not you liked the campus or where the campus is located, the interactions you had, the energy you felt. This is going to be your home for several years at the bare minimum. So when you're making this process, it's okay to take into account all those pieces of the puzzle in addition to the academic focus that you're pursuing.
Also, stay connected, ask questions, reach out. at least for us, that's what we're here for you. We want this process to be as stress-free as possible because it's overwhelming. It can be, especially if you've never gone through this process before. So utilize us, get connected, talk to students, talk to faculty. We want to help you paint the best picture that you can for your experience. And we want you to find the best fit at the end of the day. So just stay connected. If you have a question, don't ever hesitate to reach out.
Absolutely, kind of going off of that by staying connected, take advantage of all the virtual opportunities that schools are having nowadays. A lot of schools didn't used to do this, but now you have so many different opportunities right at your fingertips to be able to learn more about a lot of different institutions that you might not have considered before. So definitely take advantage of those opportunities and explore all of your different options.
Yeah, and kind of going off of that, I would say don't rule anything out. Even if you think, oh, maybe I don't want to go to a smaller school, or maybe I don't want to go to a huge school, don't let that hold you back. Check out everything that you can, and really take advantage of all the resources that are out there.
Awesome. Okay, thank you all so much for sharing. Thank you for being here this evening. And that is all the time that we have. So students, thank you for joining us. Hopefully the session was helpful and you learned some new information about these colleges that you're interested in. When you close your Zoom window, there will be a very quick 4-question survey. If you don't mind filling that out, we'd really appreciate any feedback that you have. Don't forget, we have more sessions after this, so check that StriveScan website where you signed up for additional sessions you might be interested in, as well as the session recordings will be there within about a week or so. So thank you for being here. Have a great evening, and we will see you in the next session.